Live your life in such a way that your child will not walk into an office where he's supposed to get his dream job or get his dream admission to study his dream course. And when they ask the child, what is your name? He mentions his name plus your name as his surname. And the man looks back to ask, is your father so and so person? Please live your life in such a way that when that day comes and your surname is verified, that door will not close on account of what you did to that man when he was still struggling. Let it be that day when they try to verify your surname, that the man who is verifying will say to that boy, oh wow, I remember your father. Is your father so and so? Oh, do you know your father used to be the one that used to bring me change for me to take transport back home? Whenever I come to church, I don't have transport to go back. It was your father that used to bring me 200 naira. Oh, your father was the one who did this for me and did this for me. I've been looking for him. Where is he now? Where is he now? May that day not come where when we verify, we are going to be telling your children, your father is such a wicked man. Your father, he had an opportunity to help me, but he didn't help me. Please leave my office. May that day not come. How to open your book of remembrance. Hospitality. When they open the book of Dorcas, what do they find inside? I showed you Jonathan in the last part. I can't show you more. Finally, your gifts. Number 1 is your service. Number 2 is what? Your loyalty. Number 3 is what? Your hospitality. Number 4 is your gift, or what you call your honor. Your honor. Your honor. Your honor. One of the greatest wisdom in dealing with people in life, especially strategic people, is to learn how to honor. The Bible says that the gift of a man will make room for him. It was not just talking about gift by way of talent. It was talking about gift by way of honor, substance, your gifts. How did Mary Magdalene get that wisdom? That her alabaster box can create access for her. How? There are little things you give to people that can amount to a big reward. Little things. I'm not saying just taking anything and just giving anybody. I'm talking about looking at men that have very key strategic roles to play in your life, and from time to time honoring them, from time to time gifting them. You know, when Lazarus died, when they came to Jesus and said that Lazarus, your friend, is dead, the Bible clearly remarked that the Lazarus who had died was the same Lazarus, the brother to the lady who broke the alabaster box at the feet of Jesus. If you can find it and put it. Type it and put it there. It is clearly written in the Bible, for emphasis sake, that Jesus will not just get up and go to the house of a dead man to raise him until he saw honor. That this woman is the same woman who had broken the alabaster box. I must do something concerning the brother. Your gift. Your gift. The gift of Dorcas. Open the book of remembrance for her. Gifts. A certain man came to Jesus and asked that Jesus heals his son of a certain sickness. And Jesus was reluctant to do that. And why? Still contemplating whether he should or he shouldn't. people rushed Jesus and said, Master, please, it is good you do this thing for him. Please don't hesitate. Go and do it. Because this man you see here is the one that built us the synagogue. And Jesus changed his mind immediately and said, for this singular reason, sir, get up, let's go. Your gift. The gift of a man will make way for him, to make room for him. Your gift. You see, when you have the opportunity to do good to people, literally, to plant seeds in their life, please do so. Don't be a foolish Christian who needs to be told what to do before a man who has been a blessing to you. Whether it's your pastor, whether it's your boss in the office, whether it's anybody who has played or is playing a very strategic role in your life, don't be a fool to dishonor such a man. Honor is not saying, I love you, sir, I love you, man. No. It's coming with reference, bearing a precious gift in your heart. A gift that is commensurate, that communicates value, that shows respect and honor and value for a person. Sir, for all you do, thank you, sir. That alone can open a book of remembrance. Go to verse 1. John 11, verse 1. See how the Bible puts it concerning Lazarus. Verse 1. Can you be fast? My beloved. Now a certain man was sick, Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary, and her sister Martha. Do you notice that they talked about two persons there? Mary, they talked about Martha, but they made an emphasis concerning one. Look at the emphasis in verse 2. It was that Mary. They didn't say anything about Martha. Nothing was said about Martha. It was that Mary. They didn't say it was Mary. They had to emphasize it was that Mary who anointed the Lord with fragrant oil and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Emphasis. Because of honor. Emphasis. Why didn't they say it was that matter? No, nobody talks about the man who does not honor. Nobody talks about you. You see politicians and even some people maybe who have privilege, so from time to time they go back, they go and share rice, wrapper and all that. They call them philanthropists and all that. Charity work people are doing. Why do they do that? To secure goodwill with the people. To secure goodwill. Some of you who are in a prolonged season of drought, and the reason is simple. You never extend the hand to anybody. If your hands ever extends, is to receive, never to give. Never to give. Start learning how to practice giving. Even to people you feel things are okay with. You know, the deception behind this issue sometime, or this matter, or this subject, is that most people feel that how do you give to a man who already has? How? What am I giving him for? Your giving is not necessarily orchestrated to enrich somebody. Your giving is only a communication of the value you accord somebody for his presence in your life. That's what your giving indicates. You don't give to people who are blessed necessarily because you're trying to bless them. Honor does not mean you are blessing me or blessing somebody who is important or who is playing a role. No, that's what honor is. Honor is a communication of one. I value you, sir, or ma, or whoever the person is. Number two, I value your presence in my life. Number three, I value your labor in my life. That's honor. It can make room for you. I have attempted being a blessing to people. Like, I've had opportunities, contracts came to me, things, people called me, asked if I knew somebody who could do this or do that, or do that or do that. And I felt, yes, I know somebody. And I was willing, ready. In fact, I tried my best to reach out to the person. There was one, it was 10 million plus contracts. I tried my best to reach out to the person. And I found out somehow the angel that honors people who honor me will always go ahead of me to make sure it doesn't happen. I've seen it not once, not twice. There are angels that work with men, especially God's servant. There are angels that work with them. If you dishonor them, what those angels do is to make it hard for you to receive honor from such men. So the man genuinely might really mean to be a blessing to you. He might even pray for you. He might even try to recommend you to people. But somehow, dishonor have a way of making you miss honorable, strategic seasons of blessings. You see Esau. And you see Jacob. Whether you hear what I'm saying or not, doesn't change anything. Honor. No man ever does anything for me, and I don't think of how to reward or repay the kindness he showed me. Especially men who God has positioned in very strategic positions. Anytime somebody does something, communicates honor, communicates value for me, my friends, the few ones I have, I don't just receive the kindness they show me like that. I start thinking of what I must do to reciprocate that gesture. Value is sustained by honor. Once you remove the equation of honor from your life, you have disconnected yourself from a consistent flow of value. You want to remain valuable in life, in people's lives, in the life of people who are important and relevant, people who play strategic roles in your destiny. Honor is a virtue you can't play with. Rise on your feet. One decision you will make for yourself is to make up your mind never to hang around fools. You see, I wouldn't know what I know and teach what I teach and communicate what I communicate if my life was surrounded by fools. Never. That's why I can tell the difference between a wise man and a foolish man. Because I surround myself with the wisdom of God and the wisdom of wise people. You have the privilege of access. Honor that access. Don't abuse access. If you want your life to reflect, I've never seen a man in a position of honor who didn't rise there by honor. People don't rise by just skills or gifts. I know many gifted people who are not lifted. I used to teach, if you are gifted, you will be lifted. Sir, can I repent before you? It's a lie. It's true that gifting has something to also do with your lifting. But I can tell you, it's not the only thing it will take to lift you. You can be gifted and still be defeated until you know these things I'm teaching. I was watching DSTV in my house and I saw Christmas news of people going to go and visit President Tinubu during this Christmas. And I saw the governor of Plateau State who went to go and pay homage to him, Christmas season homage. And he knelt down. The governor, he knelt down. He's on camera. Listen, only fools will go on their comment section and be saying sycophant. Whether he's a sycophant or not, his sycophancy is valid. He's working for him. Is this what governance is all about? That's why you are still struggling. You don't know how he rose to become governor. Do you know how men rise in this life? You think they rise by talent, by effort, by hard work, by struggle? Men rise by virtue. You see, these virtues I've shown you is a great test. These are the virtues, are the key elements in the lifting of men. It's not your gifting. It's not your fine looks. If it was beauty, then Vashti wouldn't have been dethroned from being queen. If it was beauty, she wouldn't have lost her position of authority as queen. It took more than beauty to enthrone Esther. Character was involved. Virtue was involved. Honor was involved. And she even manifested it when she went to meet the king and make request for a banquet. She manifested it. That instead of putting her to death, the king stretched his hand of fellowship and said, what does my queen want? Even to half of my kingdom I will give you. There are some people who have half of their kingdom to give you, who will never give you a pinch of that kingdom on the basis of your arrogance. Another person walks into a room. She has not made the request. Her countenance opens the heart of a man. Can you settle down and really master how life works and stop sabotaging yourself and crying for help when you have not really fixed your life in order? The Plateau governor knelt down with his two legs and was talking to the president. And the president sat down, crossed his leg, and was talking to him. Now, tomorrow, if the president wants to have a successor, you will tell me he will not consider that guy. I read it on news yesterday. Dave Umahi, Minister of Works. This one I will say it on camera, so you will learn. I will call names. Dave Umahi said it on TV. He said he will continue to support Wifuru till he completes his tenure as governor. He said he fought alone for Wifuru to be governor. He said he's willing to fight more and even harder for him to complete and finish well. And he said because Wifuru is a loyal son. He said Wifuru is a good man. You know when he said it? He said it when the entire Izi clan moved in oneness, in cohesion. They moved in one spirit. The entire clan of Izi, led by their president, they went in mass carrying gifts, carrying cows to go and greet the governor, to go and greet former governor, who is now Minister for Works. You know what they were saying to him when they went there? Sir, we have just come to greet you and thank you for number one, for keeping your promise of handing over the seat of governorship to our son, the governor of Ebonyi State, from Izi. We came to thank you for doing us that favor. Listen, they have reasons not to go. After all, the guy is now governor. This one is no longer governor. We can now treat him anyhow. But they went back. Listen, don't bite the fingers that fed you. Don't close the doors that you had access through to your next level. You will need that door one day. You see, life, everything does not respond to I'm beautiful, I'm gifted, I'm talented, I am graced. Leave that thing. We are watching how you will end. If there's any message you guys should fight hard to put everywhere, is this message I've preached today. People need to hear, because our world is sick. People cannot tell the difference between who is important and who is not. They enter the life of important people, treat it anyhow. It's work out. When you look at their life, things are going anyhow. You don't know why. No hospitality, no kindness. The wisdom of entering a place and just look around. Okay, let me just buy one flower that won't cost me anything, 1,000, and just give to the pastor. Pastor, can you put this flower by your seat? Sign of honor. You can use that to keep a door open. They don't care. Their eyes can't see what needs to be done. They don't care. They have entitlement spirit. You must rather do for them. That's why Jesus said the poor you always have with you. Because you don't think of what they can do for others. And Mary Magdalene is always thinking, what can I do for that man? What can I do for that ministry? What can I do to make the work easy for him? That's a Mary Magdalene. And they said, we came to thank you, sir, for making him governor. Sir, we also came to ask you to keep supporting our son as a father. Keep guiding him, keep upholding him. He loves you. He looks up to you. He still needs your mentorship. He said, we also came to commend you, sir, for the good work you are doing as Minister of Works in this country. Sir, we came to commend you. Keep up the good work you are doing, sir. Whose heart will not open? It's easy to say that man is wicked, Dave is wicked, this one is wicked. There are people they are kind to. There are people they are showing mercy to. People who know how to unlock their hearts. Why is he you who don't know how to unlock men's hearts? Why is he you? That man you are saying is wicked. Somebody is saying this man has shown me mercy, has shown me love. Why is it you who don't know how to unlock men's hearts? And the man stood up and said, I was not expecting this at all. He said, I just came back to have my quiet Christmas and go back to my work. He said, now he's governor. You should be going to him. Instead of going to go and spend Christmas with your governor and forget me. You came to me. You came to me. I saw what Governor Wifru did for Elechi one time. Former governor. Celebrated a state birthday for him. I looked at the guy and said, this man that people look at as a weak man. This man people look at as a timid man. This man people look at as he doesn't know anything. He's wise. Too wise. Wiser than some people who are professors. Wiser than Christians. Very wise guy. That man understands something that most people don't understand. He understands honor in a way. You know me, I don't know how to be whatever. I pick the lessons that I should pick. Oh, I can even give another story. This same Governor Dave. I was watching on DSTV a news NTA put up there where he was inspecting a particular road. And I looked at the camera and I saw behind a current sitting senator. They call him Senator Weboni. He was PDP chairman under Dave. Dave made him PDP chairman. And when Dave moved to APC, he also transitioned with him and all that. Followed. You see all those people who were busy fighting Dave that he moved to APC, where are they now? See those who were loyal. Even if it was a mistake he made, they said, let's follow you and make the mistake, sir. Let's follow you and make the mistake. It's okay, sir. Even if you sabotage, let's follow you on and sabotage. The ones who were too wise and who were playing their arguing, where are they politically? Where are they? Moses asked, who is on the lost side? Let him come this way. See, never be on the side of popular opinion. Always be on the side of right opinion. Who is on the lost side? The lost side is the right side, not the people's side. Where is your leader standing? Stand there. That's wisdom. That's wisdom. That's wisdom. Where's your leader standing? Stand there. When the man moved, everybody was. I said, hi. People don't understand something. Whether the man is entering hell, oh yeah, follow him, I'm entering the hell. That's loyalty. You will see how this thing will finally pay. And watch. That is foolish move finally showed to be one of the greatest wisdom. People who were loyal, who mumutiously followed, they are doing well. The Wifru who you felt was a mumu, house of assembly, you would have said no, fight him. I said, you guys don't understand how life works. He mumutiously followed. Mumutiously does everything. See him today. He's His Excellency. It has gone down in history. Your children will go to school and read, who was the governor of Ebonyi State? So they will always read about it. It's in history. Understand how men are positioned in this life. And humble yourself and learn. Stop doing gra-gra. I saw in that video on NTA, the Minister for Works was inspecting a road they were doing. I saw Onyeka Chinwe behind him. I saw another lady who is currently SSA to the president, who of course was recommended by Dave Umahi. She's SSA. During Dave Umahi's tenure as governor, that lady was his minister, was his commissioner, I think commissioner for commerce or something like that. That lady was also standing behind. I said, these people, even after, this one is now senator, this one is now SSA. Why you guys follow him as though you are his boys? They know talent did not make us who we are. Loyalty did. So we cannot outgrow who made us. We can't. We can't. We just can't. Even the boys who served him as ADC, I saw one of his SSS guy, I saw another police orderly, 2 police orderlies that used to stand, follow him, walk with him. They are still with him. Even now he's a minister. I said, I even heard that he made a special request that they should retain those ones for him. Level of loyalty. Why others will be waiting for their tenure to finish so that these guys can live his life. Go, go, go. You cost me pain. Go. This one finished. I say, hey, these guys made work easy for me as governor. No other person can work with me. The same man you call a difficult man, there are people working with him and making work easy for him. And they are driving cars they did not buy, living in houses they did not build, having money that they didn't labor or sweat for, just by serving. The same man that any other person can be castigating. These ones protect him, guide him. There are some of you God have tested and He has proven that you are not fit for the work. You might be there claiming that whatever you did was right or whatever you're doing is right. God in heaven, who knows the definition of right and know the definition of wrong, has already written His report concerning you. No, you thought Moses was wrong to have married the Ethiopian woman when God said you shouldn't marry. It will shock you that the same God that said you should not marry a Cushite will call you who said, why did Moses marry a Cushite? And tell you, who are you to say it? Who are you to condemn Moses? You'll be surprised the kind of God we serve. That God can take a position and say, it is wrong for you to do this. If you come out and say, yes, it is wrong for you to do this, God will turn back to you and say, you are wrong. It will shock you how God is. 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 You think you know Him. It will shock you how God is. Pray to God right now. Talk to Him. There are much more I could say, but for want of time, talk to God. Talk to God. How to open your book of remembrance? No, talk to God. Talk to God. Is this not the reason why powerful people cannot allow you access to their life? They saw that you cannot handle greatness, so they kept you far. Talk to God.